AG, and we're back with yet another podcast. We hope y'all are having a wonderful day or evening, whatever it is, time it is that y'all may be watching this. And we are your hosts. I'm Zando,
This your boy Boogie.
DJ.
and we're here tonight. We'll have a guest. We'll bring him on in a little while, but we're here to talk to you guys about Loki. Loki just ended, so we feel like it's the perfect time to talk about it. We know most viewers will have seen it by now, and if you haven't, careful for spoilers ahead. But yeah, before we get into the conversation, let's bring our guest on. But in the meantime, I'll let the fellas go ahead and start us off.
Well, I'm just glad DJ he finished everything, so we can talk about everything now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, how'd you feel about it, or did you just want to wait till the guests get on?
Yeah, I just told him to join, so he should be coming. So in the meantime, DJ, for real though, we are happy that you finally watched it, and you finished Falcon. You finished Falcon,
Yeah.
right? Or you just was watching?
Yeah, I finished up.
Okay, that's good.
But nah, Loki was good.
Loki was good.
Yeah, it was really good. Again, it's probably my favorite Marvel show. The TV show that came out so far. So
Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our guest is loading in to see his face. But it just says he's connecting, so just bear with us for a second. As we Reds, what up?
Yo,
what's going on?
Hey,
what do?
chilling. Glad we could have you. We're here to talk about Loki. So we are hoping that you're ready for this conversation. And yeah, let's just get into it, fellas. Spoilers alert ahead again. Full spoilers. Let's get it. Where do y'all want to start with the conversation?
Well, I guess we can start off pretty much everybody overall rating for Loki. So we can start off with that.
All right. Well, go ahead, Boogie. What would you rate it?
Loki get a 4 out of 5 for me. It was probably the best Marvel show.
Yeah.
I liked it over Falcon and Winter Soldier was dope, but it was probably last for me as far as the TV shows. Then WandaVision was number one, but that's number two because Loki done took over. Like
Okay.
it done changed the whole outlook of the MCU. So that's how I feel about it. I don't know
Respect.
about y'all.
Respect. DJ, what would you say?
I give it 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. And care to explain?
I still feel like WandaVision was my favorite show personally. It wasn't like Loki was really good, but I think me knowing that the villain who was going to be kind of like the element of surprise wasn't really there for me.
Okay, I feel you on that. But I mean, as a comic book fan too, you know, I still feel like there's still some type of surprise because like the way that they did the villain, you know what I'm saying? It was cool how they did him like that. But we'll get more to the end of that in it. We'll get more to the end of that in a minute. So Reds, what would you rate Loki?
Oh man, Loki. It was a good 6 episodes, man. I give it a solid, I'll say a 9 out of 10 for the DC ones that it's out there. You know, because like my man just said with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was dry at some points. You know, it hit the bar where it needed to, but it was dry. But Loki had you on the edge of your seat. WandaVision was great all the way through, of course, but it didn't project the MCU where it needs to go. And Loki just it opened it up completely. Like we talked about that offline. It did some things.
Yeah, right. I definitely see what you're saying. And for me, I definitely rate Loki a solid 8.5. And like you said, bro, I mean, the show was just excellent. And I agree too that it took over WandaVision's spot because I did like WandaVision at the most up until Loki, man. Loki changed so much and just the dynamic of the show. It was good. I was on board from start to finish.
Well, I guess I need to change my rating because I'm saying 4 out of 5.
You know, when I heard him do the 4 out of 5, I was like, that's a low. I mean, I just to me, I was like 9 out of 10. That's what he said.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I guess if we going by
That's
that
pretty much
rating
what he said.
system, if that rating system be a 9 out of 10. So yeah, I'll go back to a 9
Okay,
out of 10.
respect. Loki was great. It was great.
Loki was super good.
Let's dive deeper into it. Like, what would y'all say? What would y'all say was like the best part of Loki? Like, what big moment was the best part to you, or made you feel like, all right, you know, was there a moment like that for you, or was it just
As far as I guess the big reveal of Kang, but yeah, throughout the whole show, it was dope to me. The other Lokis, that was
the
probably like the
variance?
biggest, the variance. Yeah,
The
that was
variance was
probably
hard.
that was probably number 2 for me. But I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely agree with what you said. With of course, He Who Remains being the big reveal, the big number one, I guess for me, moment. And then of course the second being all the Loki variants. Like when they got sent to the void, and it was just a whole bunch of them just sitting there in the
Oh,
little hideout. Like, yeah, and just seeing all the different versions that they had, it was dope. What would y'all say though? Riggs, DJ, anybody?
You want to go first, DJ? Because I got a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm still thinking.
Oh,
All right, then
okay.
I'll go then. So check it. I got 4. It was 4. 4. I got 8 fingers up, but it was 4 big moments in this motherfucker that was beyond crazy. I get the other guys that saying Kane. Kane was the last to me because that's a means to an end. You know he was coming.
Right.
But Loki's season is giving you, for me, it gave me everything that I needed that Loki didn't get. It gave you, touching base on his variants, which is number 1 for me. Seeing all the different ways, his boastful one just being, that's basically still same type, but the old Loki with that thought of the what if he actually made a fake hologram to fake his death and hid away and let Endgame do Endgame instead of giving his life to, make Thor become who Thor became, And like
Yeah.
it just shows that he's the best version of himself as there, because that was a coward version that way. And that right there it made him a better person. And then like second would be all the variants. I wish they would have touched base more. They touched base a lot into the old man. They didn't touch base at all into the basically any of them. You got to see Kid Loki, Alligator Loki, and Boastful Loki, and then all the rest of them that just came when he was trying to run away. You didn't get to find out which ones are they, but they could have
President Loki too.
Yeah, real President Loki lost his fucking hand to the
yeah,
alligator.
alligator.
That was amazing. That right there, his outburst was beyond crazy.
That joke was hilarious.
I would put the variants as third. So first would definitely be what I said. The variants would be second. Excuse me, third, and then second would be just showing the fact that, well, you all know, due to Endgame, him giving his life, he did show love for someone else, him giving his life. But this Loki that we got to see was the Loki who gave 2 shits about anybody. He still hasn't even killed his mother yet, so he didn't even get to that changing in heart. That didn't come yet. So this is just straight all hateful Loki that we know, and then he broke it. He broke that hate way before all that other stuff happened when he fell in love with himself. That's what started this whole damn thing, and that's how I see that. That was the most. Kang, you knew it was coming, but that was like, wow, I didn't think he had it in him.
Specifically, why I say Kang is just because how they did Kang. It was just the version of, well, he was really like Mortis for real. That's really the version of him that they did, which we was talking about offline in our group chat. But it's just like, I don't know, man. The actor that's playing Kang, man, I'm just excited to see.
He
Like
a great actor.
his performance was just amazing, because like the whole episode was pretty much him talking the whole time. Like we really watched the last episode, and there wasn't really too much action in it. It was really just him explaining it himself, explaining the TVA. Well, not really explaining the TVA, but explaining why he created it, and saying like, hey, I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. You could kill me, but there's there's worse problems than me, you know. And if you kill me, you'll find out.
And
A whole lot,
kept me
a
engaged
whole
the
lot
whole
of me.
time. He kept me
A
engaged the whole
whole
time. So
Yeah.
nonchalant the whole way.
And it was crazy too, because she was like, "Are you gonna beg for your life?" And he was like, "No, for what?" And that man just sat there and just took it. I said, "Yo, he a G."
hey
He warned him.
DJ, hey DJ, what you think?
Yeah, DJ, what you think about the big WTF moments? To
I
you,
think okay, like I can't pinpoint a specific moment. I did like he was saying, like I like that they was going deep into Loki's character and not just they kind of did it in Ragnarok when they was making him like seem more like he actually cares about his brother and cares
yeah,
about people.
facts.
I like that they actually like talked about that. Personally, I think the thing I liked about the show is that it's just showing that Marvel's finally not scared to take like big risk anymore. Like
Yeah.
King the Conqueror, complicated villain, and we finally starting to see some complicated stuff. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, right. I
For sure.
definitely agree about you making that statement. Cause that's what Marvel needs right now, bro. They need to take risks if they're gonna expand this universe, further than what it is. And so far, the future is looking bright for Marvel.
Yeah, I just want to see what they do next.
Yeah, facts. That and this definitely just gets me more excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, because that's gonna be the next time that we actually see Kang. And we'll see, that'll be our first time seeing Kang the Conqueror. So that movie is really going to be a big moment in itself too. Not even that the fact that other great movies aren't on their way. It's just the fact that that'll be the first time that we actually see Kang. Like,
And I think the way the
and it,
movies were supposed to release, I think Ant-Man technically gonna be the first movie to come out after what happened at Loki. I think I could be wrong.
I think you might be right. I mean, because what's coming out, the internals that we know has nothing to do with what happened after Loki.
Because
What else
everything
is
that's coming
coming
out
out?
now was supposed to be coming out earlier, like last year. And
Yeah,
earlier
facts.
this year.
Because Shang-Chi, I don't even know what era time of the
But what?
timeline
No,
that
but what
Shang-Chi
in
is taking
Spider Man?
place in.
What in Spider Man?
It might be. I think that
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. It might be.
Spider-Man might have Easter eggs that lead to it for sure. Because Doctor Strange is supposed to play a big role in Spider-Man too.
So going
So
forward,
if he shows up, then yeah.
so
I
going
definitely
forward, where y'all see the MCU going since Loki kind of made everything spiral? So where y'all see this shit going?
I don't know, Reg. We'll let you start that piece off. Where do you see the future of the MCU?
Oh man. So due to the fact that what's her name? Sylvia, killing Kang and everything happened in that, and then the multiverse just, making all these different what ifs basically, and how they're coming out with the animated what if. Because of this, they literally can do live action what if they want, because you can literally with this they can reopen up contracts. They can bring back Steve Rogers. They can bring back Iron Man from just different multiverses and bring them to the one that we
See,
had here. They
we
can do
just
so much
that's so funny.
with this. It's
Yeah.
like it's unbelievable. Everybody was so upset that they killed off Steve Rogers, and Iron Man had to snap his finger and kill himself. They could literally use this to branch out to She-Hulk, because She-Hulk's moment should have been happened. But now they can be like, oh, in this version right here, it wasn't Dr. Whatchamacallit didn't have a son. He had a daughter, and he put that gene in her, and now she's She-Hulk. They can do so much with this, but I don't know what they're going to do with it, because unlike the other ones, they chose to do a Loki season 2. So it's like, are they building up from this and then going to send it over to the movies, or are they going to keep Kang in Loki? Because like it's tough now, with them having series and doing movies. Like you got to be able to incorporate it all together. So how they're going to do that would be really nice to see. But they can go crazy with this just by opening that portal.
I definitely feel like with season two will focus just like how season 1 was. I feel like season 2 will focus on, like the TVA aspect of the MCU type of thing. I don't feel like they'll necessarily branch it out to the point where, because that's where things get confusing. I feel like they have to keep it as simple as possible in order to connect the TV shows well with the movies like they are right now. Like how WandaVision has ties all the way back to Age of Ultron. Like that's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier having deep cuts from even back when Captain America the black version of Captain America. You know, we got
Mhm.
hints of him. So and then it's just like there's so many different elements that it adds now. So it's really this conversation is truly nothing but speculation because we can sit here and say, oh, we feel like this will happen, this will happen, this will happen all day. But truth be told, we never know because, like you said, it opens the avenue for contracts to be reopened. So people who aren't on contract anymore could come back, like you said. So you
Mhm.
just never know, man. I feel like
It, it,
this will definitely be something that we'll have to play with that as it unfolds in time. You know, I don't feel like we could really make predictions.
Well, we know for sure
yeah.
that Kang is going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
facts.
for sure.
I feel like season 2 of Loki might come out before that, just so they could kind of finish it up on there, and then going into Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's what I think. It probably
Yeah,
work out a
because
little better that way, actually.
we haven't gotten a
Be
release
honest,
date for season two
I
yet.
don't think we're gonna. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think we're gonna see it for a minute because
You think so?
I feel like they would have announced it and they announced their phases.
They just announced season two, but they didn't announce when it'll release. And I feel like knowing when it'll release will tell us more of what we can estimate. You know, they'll be doing. So
Yeah.
until we know the release date of season two, we really can't
For all we know, season
make an
2 might not
assumption.
even be a continuation of this story. It could be about a different Loki. For all we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, you're absolutely right. It could follow a
Yeah,
whole completely different variant.
mhm. That definitely could. Because I was in my head, I was thinking, I was like, it either's going to be the build up to Kang getting into the movies or the after he's done. But now you just threw a whole nother thought in my head. Like it could be going back into talking about what happened to the old Loki because you don't know if he
Yeah.
died after he did that. You don't know what happened. It's just poof. And
And
Loki's
you ain't gonna know what's going on with Sylvia either, because she's not gonna be in none of the movies, I'm assuming. So they might have to
Yeah,
finish up what's going on with her.
exactly. She might just be stuck to the TV shows, and if that's the case, then you already know.
I think they're gonna bring her
because
back. I think she's
she
like a
already.
fan favorite now.
I mean, yeah,
Oh yeah,
man,
she'll definitely come back.
she already is in the. She's a part of the Avengers already.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
Sylvie?
yeah, she's Gamora's sister, isn't she not?
No.
No.
She's not the.
Gamora's sister is what's her face?
Nebula.
I thought that was
Nebula.
the same actor. That's not the same actor.
No.
I could have
Oh
sworn I
Nah,
seen
yeah, I
something saying
mean,
that was the same
I don't
actor.
think that's the same actor.
No, it's not the same
Oh, now
actor.
I gotta. Okay, I swear I seen something on Facebook saying that's the same actor.
I
the
saw
actress
something
that
that
played
said,
Nebula was in
I,
that Jumanji movie.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. Chick
she was.
with the
I
red
saw
hair.
something
Red
that
hair.
said Mobius is a variant of who was it, man? Some old dude. Who they be saying? Dang, I'm so mad. I thought I had that post. I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't have said that. Now y'all gonna be mad.
So
Man, what is he talking about?
y'all know. Well, we was talking about this in the other day about that this the whole Loki shit was taking place in the quantum realm. That whole
Yes,
theory.
because that's how they
Like,
time travel. They already explained it. That's how
Yeah,
time
that's
travel
how time
works.
travel works. So I believe it.
yeah.
That's how time
And
travel
you know, he's
works.
gonna
You
be in
have
the
to go
next
through the
Ant-Man
quantum
movie,
realm.
so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But even that, just thinking about that, it's like blew my mind a little bit, because it's like, damn, this shit really been setting up for so many years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even
Seeing it happen is crazy.
even like the picture in the background that it showed like the castle and shit. It's like, damn, that really was set it up from all the way back then. Like for that
Yeah,
Ant-Man movie.
facts. Like that. That's really his little whole because you know that's where he hides out at. I really think that that's where he learned to master time too. Like how he conquered time is in the quantum realm.
But yeah, once like we were saying though, this Loki season really could set it up for anything can happen now. We could possibly see the Avengers. I mean, not the Avengers, the X-Men pretty soon. Possibly see
Not
the
only that, but like they could do what X-Men did with Days of Future Past. Like that could set up for them going back and adding characters that they should have added. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
X-Men, Fantastic Four. They could just throw them in the
Mhm.
timeline.
Yeah, facts. This is
Time.
where they've been at the whole time.
Yeah.
It could have been just different things that just happened, and it branched off to a different future, and then now this future is coming into the
Right.
main line, like
Yeah.
because they
The
didn't
good
touch
thing
base
about
on
that
X-Men
means
or them. Yeah.
and the good thing about that means is different styles of origin stories because you don't necessarily like we don't need origin stories the way that they've done it. Like we've seen origin stories enough. Like just get into it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I like
saying?
how I was just watching the movie today. I like how
Show it
Spider-Man did.
show it in a flashback. Yeah, exactly. Like I like exactly show it in a flashback. You know what I'm saying? Do simple things, but y'all don't have to make a whole origin story again. Y'all losing time with that. Like just throw them in. say 6 months later or whatever, a year later, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do something, but no more origin stories. Like
do an
if it's
origin
now,
after.
I can
to get him in.
understand. I can understand Marvel doing an origin story for the X-Men into the MCU because you know what I'm saying, that's a lot right there in itself. So sure, origin story for the X-Men, all right, but the Fantastic Four, we don't need the origin story for the Fantastic Four. We've seen them enough. Just throw them
No,
into
honestly,
throw
I
them
feel
into
the
the
opposite.
universe. I don't want to see an origin story, bro. I really don't.
Because Fantastic
I
Four
just
origin
don't.
story easy to do. X-Men, it's like too many characters, too
That's a lot.
complicated.
Now,
Yeah.
what
Yeah, but
question now?
do you know they're not gonna use all the characters?
I don't think they're gonna use Wolverine.
He's up in the air. They've been talking
What
about it on
What's your
on the
question,
films.
Reds?
With X-Men coming back bringing them into the MCU. Which type, which brand of X-Men would you want to see? Me personally, I want to see evolution. I want to see where they just don't got their normal powers, but their powers evolve as they go, like how Spike did. Like he just
Yeah,
could shoot, but then eventually he could cover his whole body in
his
spikes
whole
and
body in
shoot
spikes.
and then make weapons out of his own spikes. That's like just saying like with age they growing instead of just
X-Men
having
Evolution
Cyclops
was a
just
dope show.
continue shooting. And evolution would just they had never touched base on it in live action yet. I would like to see them do that.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
But
That's,
knowing
that's
Marvel,
definitely a great way to progress characters too.
knowing Marvel, they probably got something like that in mind. To be honest, knowing people haven't seen nothing like that before, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
be surprised.
facts.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about expanding the universe, I feel like they should take all avenues of that, exactly doing that. So why not go the whole shebang and put all of that into a movie or into the movies? I mean, truthfully, I feel like the more, not necessarily they explain things, but the more they put and the more information they put into the movies, the better things will go for the universes because we get more. And another thing too, man. I mean, I know it's not really something that we can control, but man, some of these movies that they be making need to be a little longer too.
But how much longer are you talking? Like,
Yeah.
which
What? Which one was it? I think Infinity War was it 2.5 hours? No, it was 2 hours and like 45 minutes.
Yeah, almost 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was great. But dang, I mean,
at the end.
yeah, exactly. 10-minute fight scene, bro. We had a whole talk about that too. They fought for 10 minutes. That big fight. It was 10 minutes long, legit.
Well, we already said how we feel about Endgame. Like that's Endgame wasn't that great looking back at it, honestly. Infinity War.
I honestly enjoyed the time travel scenes more than anything in Endgame.
The end fight was just it was a means to an end, yo.
It
But
really wasn't.
everything
It
else,
really wasn't.
everything else was
Facts.
just great. Seeing them come together, seeing him look, that's America's ass.
Yeah, right. All the banter and then the cameos and stuff. Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know.
dope.
The shit
Tony
with the
meeting his dad.
the
Like
shit with the Hulk turned me off, honestly. Like,
that's the worst part about it too, man.
Yeah,
that
we
shit
talking
turned
about
me
they ain't
the
never
fuck
gonna get
off.
the
But
Hulk right.
that's what that I'm glad you said that though, because that's a good way of what I'm talking about. Like that was a horrible way of how you do character progression with how they did the Hulk, bro.
Everything with the Hulk is I already told you it's gonna be corrected with She-Hulk.
Yeah, but it
I
shouldn't have to be
mean,
corrected with her.
but
That's the
it didn't
problem.
need to
Like,
be. That's the thing. It didn't have to. It didn't have to be. Man, Marvel messed up the Hulk, bro, and I'm really mad about that. Now y'all gonna make She-Hulk. Now they gonna make She-Hulk.
It happens though.
Everything. It does. It does.
One character got to get fucked over.
But
Like
why
how
it had to be
X-Men
the
movie,
Hulk?
yeah, I feel like the
X-Men
Hulk
movie Cyclops was getting fucked over because
the
he was
Hulk is
like
a top 5
trash.
character though.
You feel me? They should not have messed up the Hulk, bro. The Hulk should have definitely. The Hulk deserves more love.
Yeah,
Just period.
Way more. Like,
He deserves more love.
It's sad how
There's
they
no
did
reason why. Yeah, facts. There's no reason why the Hulk didn't get as much love as other characters.
While we
Especially
speaking
with
of
Hulk.
characters getting hold, I'm gonna bring that up. Like I was just saying, they hold my nigga Cyclops and X-Men. They hold every X-Men except Wolverine.
Except Wolverine.
Really, technically the weakest X-Men.
Ooh,
facts.
They host. He ain't the weakest, but in terms of like Cyclops and Havoc and all them characters get crazy.
Storm.
Yeah,
Storm is a freaking savage.
That's still like not like regular X-Men. They don't progress like that only until evolution. That's when you really see their powers getting beyond crazy and whatnot. Like
yeah.
What
I mean, they did that because Wolverine is definitely they fit. I mean, that's the most popular X-Men.
Yeah, when you say X-Men, the first name that pop out of your mouth for most people is Wolverine.
Shit. So I mean, Gambit some love too though.
No, Gambit is hard.
Gambit upset me, man. How Fox just destroyed that, man. They had a really good movie coming out,
Oh yeah,
and then
facts.
they just let that shit go down the drain. Like they started to do, they were trying to do what MCU did. Like after they was doing really hard,
Yeah, they was trying to do an
the
X-Men
backstories
universe.
with they
Yeah.
was doing really hard with Wolverine. Then they was branching into fucking his next person that he actually gets in with, which is Gambit. Then they just killed the whole fucking thing.
I mean,
Stupid.
X-Men Origins was, you know,
The Gambit movie was still getting made, I think, up until Fox bought Disney bought Fox.
yeah. I think that's when it got cut because I remember they was talking about it and everything, and then it just disappeared like from the face of the earth.
But
Honestly,
the
feel
whole
like
X-Men production was fucked up.
I feel like it's
They had
honestly
a
never
nice-
gonna happen now. The game.
They just wrapped. Oh, another thing, they just wrapped up. Black Adam just wrapped up filming.
Yeah, I saw that. The Rock,
So you know,
I'm not
we'll
really
see.
looking
We'll
forward to
see.
that.
I don't think that's gonna be
Me
good.
neither. I'm not
Y'all
really
don't think
looking
it'll be
forward to
good?
that shit. Nah, not really.
I don't know. You think they bringing Shazam into that?
I
They
think
should,
I think they already
that's-
said they will actually.
You kind of had to, but
Because
I doubt it.
I mean, in
I feel
that
like you
movie,
have
is
to,
he fighting
yeah, but I don't
Shazam
think
or is
they
he
will.
fighting someone else?
I don't know.
Like,
he
I
should
don't
be
think they're
fighting
gonna
I
bring
ain't
him
see
in heavy
Shazam
on the
nowhere
first
in it.
movie.
Yeah,
if
this
they
is
bring
going.
Shazam in, it'd be tough.
It'll
gonna
probably
be-
just be how he rose to power and
Yeah,
just how he
origin
went
story.
power hungry, and then he just and him going off on a rampage type of thing, and then in the next Shazam they'll meet type thing. Probably, most likely.
Because Shazam, that was a good movie.
Shazam was
Yeah,
good.
Together. They
Surprisingly,
put that together really good.
they did. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it.
Hot take.
I'm
That's my
telling y'all,
favorite.
DC could make a comeback.
That's my favorite DC movie to drop
They could make a comeback
so far.
after Flash.
DC just has to. I mean, I honestly don't think that DC is doing that bad. It's just they have to get past their origin story phase. Like,
That's what they fucked up at though.
yeah, but yeah, that's
They
what
could
I'm
have went
saying.
so much
I
better.
feel the opposite. I think they get their origin stories a little better, but it's
No, I
team
mean
ups. They
the
rush their
setup.
shit.
Yeah, the setup of the origin stories.
But the
like,
dialogues in their origin story is what drags the movies out.
mm,
That's what drug Wonder Woman out to me. It was just the some of the dialogue in that movie was just I was like, all right, man, y'all talking.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was good. The first,
Yeah, I like
the
the
first
first
one,
one.
the first one
was
was
good,
definitely
but
better than the second one, but
the second, I was like, the second one
the
did not
second
even
one,
have
I don't even think I finished the second one. I remember I
I
watched
never
it
watched it.
and then I fell asleep halfway through it, and then I turned it back on and I fell asleep again, and I was like, yeah, I can't do it.
it's a double origin. Like you give me your origin, then give me further back in the day. Come on, we good. You could have put it all in one. Like if you'd have put it all in one, it would have been way, way better,
But
like,
yeah,
die now, fast forward,
and DC definitely does well with their fight scenes, man. DC's fight scenes are nice.
Yeah.
I enjoy DC's fight scenes.
Yeah,
It was definitely good. It was definitely good fighting in both of them. That's for sure.
Except for that Batman and Superman shit. That
Oh
I
yeah,
hate,
facts.
look, man. I'm sorry.
Batman and Superman was
that
horrible.
shit was terrible.
I only have two Batmans in my life. It's only two. It's only two I know, and I won't ever say they're a Batman. It's Michael Keaton and Christian Bale.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Look, Christian Bale. No.
Yeah, he said Christian Bale.
Oh yeah,
Christian
I forgot.
Bale
was fucking terrible.
He was not
Christian
a good
Bale's
Batman.
Ben
That
Affleck.
voice.
No, I
I
didn't
ain't really
say
a fan
Ben
of
Affleck was good.
either, as far, but I felt.
But
he's
Christian
probably
Bale
better than
wasn't-
Christian Bale.
Yo,
Christian Bale,
Kevin
voice-
Conroy too. The voiceover
Christian
on
Bale
the animated
voice,
stuff.
bro. I couldn't get
no,
over.
we're not
his
going animated. I'm talking live action. Christian Bale
His
is,
voice is
to
terrible.
me, the next one after Michael Keaton. I'm sorry.
His voice just was terrible.
His
Michael
voice
Keaton
is
is just
terrible.
goated.
I couldn't get over the voice. If his voice is different, maybe I'll be all right.
His
cool,
voice, but I mean, still, The Dark Knight is still a good movie. Like,
I think Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson gonna surprise us.
and not to mention, Batman Begins was horrible. Batman Begins was horrible, and you have to admit that, Reds.
super
You
horrible.
have to admit.
It
You don't
was,
think-
it was boring.
You like
It
Batman
wasn't boring
Begins?
though.
It was a good origin. His beginning. It
was
everything all
well.
in one.
It was definitely put together well, but it still
At the
wasn't.
time, at the time the movie came out, that was one of the best superhero movies.
Man,
Yeah,
that
it
shit
was.
was
Yeah,
dry.
It
as hell,
definitely
bro.
was.
It's hard to look at movies now and then remember that this movie came out a long time ago when CG wasn't as good as it is now.
Right.
Like it goes into looking at how people are trash talking Space Jam. And I'm
Oh yeah,
like,
people are going crazy on Space Jam, but Space Jam was exactly what it was supposed to be, bro.
it's
Honestly,
exactly-
it was not bad. It
the
wasn't
first
horrible.
original Space Jam did not have the CG that they could do what they could do now. That was a great movie. It was
And
a
not
great
to
movie.
mention there was so much nostalgia in that movie, man. It
Mhm.
was just so many little cameos. I was like, all right,
But back,
it wasn't-
Michael Jordan.
it
back
wasn't
to that
horrible.
Batman shit though. I feel like his Batman couldn't even fight. The fight scenes were terrible. Like, come on,
His
bro.
Batman couldn't fight.
His Batman could not fight at all. How are you
And
Batman?
Ben Affleck Batman could. That nigga just hit people.
According to Arno, he
Hey,
can.
listen.
According to
Hey, listen, he was breaking bones. That Batman
That nigga
was
was
breaking
bang.
He was punching people through walls.
2005, man. Batman Begins, 2005.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah, that
whole
was
different
definitely a good
time,
movie
man.
for the
That was
time
5
it
years
came out.
before the MCU's birth.
I mean, let's be
So
real.
that's what I'm saying. At the time that movie came out, man, it was definitely good.
Let's be real. The only superhero movies that was really dope back then was the Spider-Man movies. 1 and 2. Well, 1 was kind of high, but 2 was probably the best superhero
Yeah, I was
movie.
about to say two.
Spider-Man 2 was
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
be
probably-
honest.
two was the
Tobey
only one that was great.
Maguire.
Yeah, that's
Out
still
of the Tobey Maguire era, yeah, because 3
that
was
still
horrible.
stands now.
I don't know
Like,
what they was thinking.
Spider-Man 2
Spider-Man 2,
still stands.
Spider-Man 2 definitely holds his own.
So yeah, we going
I
back.
don't know. We could debate that a little bit one day.
It holds its own, but
You don't think it holds its own?
it's still not.
I just think
You know
it's
what I'm
a
saying?
little too boring for a Spider-Man movie.
What, Spider-Man 2?
But-
Yeah, that whole trilogy.
No, I don't think
I'm
three
talking
was terrible.
about Spider-Man 2 specifically, not the whole
Yeah,
trilogy.
and the whole
Them
mood
boys were
around the
emo.
movies was like it was real dark for a Spider-Man movie. Like,
Nah,
I
and
don't know.
Oh,
it's
well,
not even that.
7 was.
Honestly, it's not that his. I think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was darker than Tobey Maguire's. I
It
just think
was.
that Tobey
A lot more.
Maguire's
I ain't say the
Spider-Man,
movie was good.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man just seemed like he was ready to just off himself.
I
Like
mean,
he
was
just
depressed.
seemed so
you
depressed. He
gotta,
was just
you
depressed.
gotta think about it. You know, Spider-Man is a dark. It's supposed to be, even though he's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, his origin is dark. He started
Yeah, it
that
is.
after he
Yeah,
got bit,
it is.
and his uncle, the only man that's been in his life, dies. Like you
Gets
would have thought he
murdered.
would became. Yeah. No, so you're right, not die. Excuse me. That makes it seem like he
I'm about
died
to
by
say that.
cancer or some shit. He got shot by
That
somebody
bitch
that he could
murdered.
have stopped.
Yeah.
That he could have stopped.
But he didn't even know. That's the crazy part. But he didn't know that the buddy in the hallway was going to be, you know what I'm saying, going outside to kill his uncle.
Stiffed over $50, so he let the dude rob him, and then kills his uncle. Look at that. You should have just did the right thing, buddy.
He let the dude go.
Honestly, I'm
The
glad
dude-
in the newer Spider-Mans they skipped over that whole origin shit though.
That's what I'm
tired of-
saying,
They kind
bro.
of rewrote his origin, if you to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
We don't even know
wrote
Harry, his friend.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they wrote Uncle they wrote him out basically. Aunt May. It's just Aunt May, and she's young as hell.
Mhm.
Clearly, she ain't
Yeah.
had no husband.
She's fine.
As chipper
Yeah.
and as talky to Tony Stark as she is.
Mhm. Or
Come
you
on
mean
now.
happy?
Oh yeah,
That
it
bitch
is,
said, that
happy.
bitch sat him down. He said, "Listen, man, are you two dating?" That bitch said, "No, yes."
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
it.
think Uncle Ben is even. I don't think he was even around in the movie.
Yeah,
not-
did they even talk about him for real? I don't even think they touched
Not-
bases on him for
Not
real.
in the new Spider-Mans.
Yeah,
He
we
was
don't
in-
know.
he
We
was
don't
in the
know.
other two.
We don't
It
know
was
nothing
just
about
him and
his
his
parents or
uncle.
nothing.
I mean, him and his aunt. Yeah, we didn't really get much of none of that.
Mm-mm.
They ain't brought in
Yeah.
Harry Osborn. We don't know if they friends. We don't know a lot of stuff.
You
about
right,
But I like
But at
that.
the same-
right. There
At the
is
same
no Harry.
time, it's a different Spider-Man because shit. Regular Spider-Man, who's he with? Who's the girl that he's always chasing? The
Mary
one he's
Jane.
always saving.
Mary
Mary Jane.
Yeah.
That's not Mary Jane in this one. That's Gwen, isn't it?
No, that's
her
Mary
name's
Jane.
MJ.
What is
MJ.
It's
But
MJ.
nah,
it's
her
not
name's
Mary
MJ.
Jane.
her name's not Mary Jane. It's
It's
just
MJ.
MJ.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to
It's
say her
just
name is
MJ.
Michelle, but they call her Michelle.
Okay, so that
I mean,
is
yeah, they
MJ.
call
See,
her
I didn't know that she was running MJ. I thought that was a
Yeah,
different
nah.
one. I
The
thought
first
it was a
girl
different-
from the first girl from Homecoming, she was just a different person.
When they first dropped the movie, they didn't say it was MJ. They was like, they just kind of, threw that out there a little bit.
But that-
The second movie,
they
was like,
said
yeah.
it, but they wasn't really like saying that she was Mary Jane. They just
Yeah, because they
said
didn't
she
know if they was
MJ.
gonna pick her or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when the first Spider-Man came out, there was still a lot of controversy going on around that movie. So
Yeah.
I'm going up to the cast now on it. Yep.
Um,
Michelle. But see, yeah. So MJ, and that's normally Mary Jane, right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
And her MJ is Michelle Jones.
mhm.
So it's
They,
still
I mean,
is a
they did
different-
that because there's a lot they can't do with Sony owning still most of the characters.
Yeah,
so they
facts.
can't do a lot.
So they can't do certain things too.
so they
background
taking it out.
stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
facts.
You
That's
right.
probably why we
Background
ain't
stuff.
see really none of the Sinister Six. Honestly,
Bro, I'm so mad about the Sinister Six stuff that they were setting up. That was honestly going to be the best part of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man arc was his Sinister Six stuff
Now that movie
that
was
they
gonna
were
suck.
setting up, bro. They were setting up some good stuff. for
I'm
him.
just mad that Spider-Man, he's not going to be in Morbius. He's not going to be in Venom. As far as
He
we
is in
know.
Venom.
Nah, he is in Venom.
Is he going to make an appearance? Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
think,
in
yeah, I
Venom.
think they confirmed that he is.
oh, all right, cool.
They
Venom,
confirmed that he's gonna be in Venom already.
Not Morbius.
Which
though.
one
I
are
don't
they
know how
using?
long though.
Morbius, he not
Which
gonna be in?
one?
Which one? What?
Which Spider-Man are they using in Venom?
Our Spider-Man, the current Spider-Man, MCU Spider-Man. What's his name? Tom Holland.
So Venom takes place after he comes back from No Way Home.
I don't know where Venom takes place, honestly.
Because right now he's not. I mean, you got unless it parlays No Way
That
Home.
is that is going to be an interesting question though. Like, because where would he have been at the time? But that's another thing too, is where does Venom 2 take place? Because that'll tell you where he's been. Because if Venom 2 doesn't take place after Endgame, if it takes place before Endgame, then there's no telling. You know what I'm saying? He could have just been around.
How that happened, yeah.
You know,
true,
but if it's after Endgame, I mean, it could still technically be the same kind of theory, but who really knows? And that's what I like about where the MCU is going, is because how, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like, how are they going to insert him into the Venom movie? Like, what's he going to come in there to do? You know,
and they could do.
Not to mention, it looks like they're kind of setting Venom up to be more the anti-hero Venom and not necessarily like, you know, villain into the anti-hero. It kind of looks like they're skipping the villain phase, going straight to anti-hero phase.
Villain really should. I mean, Venom really should be rated R, if you're being honest. But
they're not.
They're not going to, but it should be rated R.
Yeah, he be killing people in very, very gruesome ways.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's gruesome as I don't know what, bro. And Carnage is worse.
Carnage is way worse.
Yeah, exactly. Carnage is worse, bro.
That's why I'm saying, why is this movie not rated R?
Carnage makes blades out of his symbiote and be slashing and dashing people. It should be gory as hell.
Yeah,
like,
I'm about to say Carnage is very gory.
He's a serial killer.
I'm about to say
he's
exactly. He was a whole serial killer before he became Carnage.
This definitely should be rated R. I don't know why they did Fox.
They're not gonna rate it R a lot of characters.
A lot of characters
should be a rated
that are grown
R
up like that. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, like what is that? Wolverine Origins? That should have been rated R, because that's just that was back when he was still literally fertile.
He was fresh.
Yeah, like he was killing everything.
Yeah, he was just killing.
It wasn't beating people and disarming and cutting up weapons.
Right. It was
stabbing you in the neck and keep it moving.
Right. Facts. He was
that weapon. The whole story arc. He was vicious.
Oh yeah, he was a savage. And not to mention, that's one thing that we never really got to see too, was the animalistic side of Wolverine. Like, we never really saw Wolverine go full berserk on him, you know? Because Wolverine is that man really is a savage in the comics. Like, and he definitely, because
they kind of hinted at it in
but they didn't do it.
The next Man Apocalypse, they did.
Yeah,
because they had reset the timeline. So
what was it? It was Origins when he fought Sabretooth, right?
Yeah.
When they made him his brother.
When they made him his brother and everything. Like, they touched base on it, because like as they went through war and everything like that, he was considered, Wolverine. Sabretooth was doing, just out here killing people, but he was getting soft. That's why he got out. And then it came back after Sabretooth killed his wife, which he was only really there to fuck with him.
That movie was so bad looking back at it.
It really was.
That Deadpool,
bro. Deadpool was the worst part, man. He was the worst part of that shit. And you know what's crazy? At the time that movie came out, I remember being hyped for it. I ain't gonna say
all of us was.
I was hyped as I don't know what. I remember because my dad took me to the movies to see it. It was me and my dad, and we just ended up showing up at the same time that one of my homeboys was going with his dad, and we all sat next to each other and we just watched it. And at the time, I liked it, but looking back at it now, I'm like, bro, I can't believe I like this movie. At one point,
you talking about Origins or you talking about Deadpool?
I'm talking about Origins.
Okay.
The
Deadpool. Yeah, we talking about the Deadpool character in
so
Origins.
Bad. Yeah, that shit
so
was
bad. But the fucked up thing, it was Ryan Reynolds though. They just didn't have the full character build for the movie.
I'm glad he fixed that shit. I'm
glad that's why I love when he went back in time and shot that version of him.
If it wasn't for that movie though, we wouldn't have got Deadpool.
Oh yeah, sure, for sure.
And every Deadpool has been, it's just a so pristine. I love it.
Yeah, the Deadpools are great, man.
So just a caveat, and how do y'all feel about Green Lantern? Ryan Reynolds?
Bad.
Trash.
Bad.
Trash.
So,
I don't really feel anything but bad. Like
trash.
Why do you feel it was trash?
He was just trash, bro. Like, they didn't do him good.
Ryan
Reynolds,
he did good.
He was good.
None of the casting was bad.
The writing of the story just wasn't good. It was the writing of the story wasn't good. And then don't get me started with the villain, bro. What? Like,
It was just a bad
That's
movie.
who.
Yeah, Sinestro
Oh.
always is villain.
no.
It's the way they get
I
him.
ain't talking about. I ain't talking about Sinestro. I know Sinestro, but they did. He was fighting a cloud, bro.
Oh yeah, I do remember
Right.
that. Yeah.
He was fighting a cloud, man.
Yeah, it didn't
I ain't talking
formulate
about
and everything.
Sinestro. Sinestro was probably one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah.
You need to make a
But
John Stewart Green Lantern, but
okay, now I give you that. It would probably be even better if
Yeah.
they make a John Stewart because it'll be more, heroic and more leadership style. But Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, never ever been a leader. He was just always just a goofball, and
Yeah.
he's gonna step up when he needs to step up. But other than that, he's a comic. He's a comedian. That's why
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds really did good in that. I felt like he was the perfect
no,
one.
he
to
did
do-
great. He did.
Yeah, that's
great,
what I'm
but the
saying.
movie
Ryan
was
Reynolds
just bad.
did good, but it wasn't his fault. Like, he couldn't save the movie, man. That
He
was
did
just
what he
a
worked
bad
with.
script.
He worked.
He
Okay,
did the
yeah,
best
so
he
they
could
gonna
with a
have
bad
to. They're
script.
gonna have to do.
I thought y'all didn't like him as Green
No.
Lantern.
I
I thought he was a
enjoyed
funny
him.
Green Lantern.
No, yeah,
No.
he was
Okay.
definitely a good Hal Jordan, but it's just the script. You know what I'm saying? The script wasn't good.
Oh yeah, the movie wasn't that great. It wasn't. It was like the way they played it out. Yeah, it wasn't. But he was funny.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
he
did
was
a good
definitely
one.
funny as Green Lantern.
I feel as if they do a new
Would I
one, and you
want
bring
to
a
see
black
him?
guy.
Would I want to see him as Green Lantern over Deadpool? No,
Hell no.
No,
He
no.
could do both.
I ain't saying he
Yeah.
couldn't, but if he had to
Shit.
pick between Green Lantern and Deadpool, I would pray that he would pick
Deadpool really
So
lets him be himself.
Yeah, facts,
I
and that's why he loves it. Did y'all catch that video of him and Korg doing a review for
Yeah.
Free guy.
I was
Yes,
telling you
sir.
about that yesterday.
Yep,
Definitely
that
seen
joke
that
was
too, by the way.
hilarious, man.
He said, "I thought this movie been out."
He said, "Well, he was like he wasn't my first choice, but all the other guys were busy doing adventure stuff."
So let me ask y'all this then. What's y'all most anticipated MCU movie to come out going forward?
Ooh. Man.
I'm kinda hyped
Honestly,
for Eternals.
I'm really hyped for Spider-Man, of course, because Spider-Man is near to my heart. But I'm really more excited for this Ant-Man and the Wasp now, bro, because I just want to see Kang.
I
I really
agree
just
with
want to
that,
see Kang
but
for.
I'll say Doctor Strange for me.
Oh
Be
yeah,
honest with you, though,
definitely Doctor Strange too.
I don't think Kang gonna play as big as a part as y'all think.
No. I know he's not gonna be a big role in the movie. I just want to see him. You know. I
They
just
took
wanna
him off the
see.
casting.
Yeah, but they could have just did that just to hide things. You know, they don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
So you never know. But I don't expect his role to be big in that movie. No, I don't. I expect probably like 20 minutes of screen time max.
Nah, I'm excited for Eternals because they're gonna hit us with how they hit us with Guardians. Came out of nowhere, it's one of their best movies. I think Eternals.
I hope you're right.
Guardians was. Man,
I'm waiting on that Guardians Love and Thunder. That's what I'm waiting on.
That
I feel
Thor
like
4?
Guardians is one of the most toughest Marvel movies that they make. It give you the action, give you the comedy, give you the romance. It's great. Like I love Guardians.
And the
and it's
visuals always
aliens, bro.
dope.
Who doesn't like space travel? Like, come on.
I don't know how they're gonna do it with Batista and them trying to leave though.
Oh, he's trying to
He's
leave?
trying to get out.
Yeah, he don't want to play
didn't
him no more.
What?
shit.
You know what? I think I did see something about that generator.
Just offer him more money. He'd be all right.
And I think Bradley Cooper said he ain't want to play Rocket no more too. So
What?
I could be
What's up
wrong
with
about
these
that one.
people
But I
just
swear
trying
I
to
seen
destroy greatness.
I hope you're wrong. I mean, come on,
Batista
get
Bradley
why,
said
though?
he
Cooper.
want to back out though. He said next movie is last one.
Why
He
would
felt
he?
like he should get his own movie or something. Like he said something crazy like that.
He's wilding, bro.
you
Don't
know,
nobody
Batista
want to
don't
go.
need no
Ain't
whole-
nobody
watching
finna
the
go
track.
watch no movie called Drax. Like, he better chill out. He's not that important to the MCU.
better ask
Man.
for a
He
TV
need to
show
be
or
acting like
something.
that.
Like,
Hey, Groot
feel
getting the
me?
show, ain't he?
Yeah, Groot is getting a show.
oh damn, that
Literally
is
called I Am
disrespectful.
Groot.
that is
But that's not disrespectful. Groot. No, it is kind of disrespectful.
Nah, because they said it was gonna be like short clips though. It wasn't gonna be nothing for real.
Well, if you give Groot a show, you got.
I mean, if it's just a whole bunch of I am Groots, I don't see how will that could go for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a little short, like 5-minute episode show type shit. It's not gonna be nothing serious.
I don't know. It's going forward as far as Marvel. Like I said,
Guardians got that Christmas special dropping soon too. Ain't it?
Who?
Guardians. It's a Christmas special coming out.
Oh, I don't know.
I gotta look into that. I ain't know nothing about that.
I ain't know nothing about that, but I'll look into it though. But going forward, like we've been talking about the last few days, there's so much that Marvel can do going forward. Like the possibilities are endless. So,
They really are. And I think that's the best part about it is that the possibilities are truly endless.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's what he
But
said. This is what he said. Okay, this is what you want to hear. What Drake said. The reason why Batista said why he's getting out.
why?
This is a quote from the show that he was just on the other day. He said, "I've been doing interviews talking a lot about Guardians, and I didn't think it was going to be news, but I figured everybody assumed that this is how it works. We work in trilogies, and James Gunn has already announced that it is his last film. And when James is done, I'm done. And also, I'm going to be 54 years old by the time Guardians 3 comes out. And just like that, shirtless thing is getting harder and harder for me. The journey has come full circle, and I'm ready to just kind of step aside and wrap it up."
Okay,
So I don't know
I
who
can respect
James
that.
Gunn is, but yeah, I'm
James
gonna.
Gunn
Yeah, I
is
respect it.
he's the director that's
Oh,
been directing the
so
first two movies.
That's the
So
same thing.
I can respect that. I can respect that
It's the
for
same
sure.
thing
The
Hugh
movies
Jackman
be
was
good,
saying.
but I don't like James Gunn.
you don't like how he does the
No,
Guardians
I
of the
like how
Galaxy?
he does the movies, but he the reason they ain't did fucking Nova yet. I think he said he ain't like a few characters. He said he ain't want to do Nova because he ain't like his helmet.
That's
Mm.
That's
stupid,
why they
bro.
never brought him in.
Nova could have been got introduced went back when they teased him in the first Guardians. And
Yep.
didn't they slate Nova at one point in time on the timeline and then they took it off.
Nah, I think you're thinking about the Inhumans.
I still love James Gunn's movies though. Like he made Thor.
Nah, he didn't
Like,
make Thor.
No, I'm saying he made Thor. He made Thor Ragnarok. Didn't he
Nah,
direct that?
Nah.
Takiti, I forgot his name.
I'm about to
The
say
dude that
I
voices
think
Korg
he was a
directed
part of it, but he didn't. He
I know he
wasn't
was a part of that shit.
He was a part of it, yeah, but I don't think he was the main director of it.
Yeah, the dude who voices Korg directed Thor.
Okay. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like
They copied each other's style though.
a little bit. But it's going back to what you were saying about him not wanting to do the movie no more just because he don't want to keep his body in that type of shape.
That's the same thing Wolverine said.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman was just saying the same shit. That's why he don't want to be Wolverine anymore. Like he don't want to stay in that shape. Like it's hard to stay in that shape
It's hard
all that time. Like,
it makes sense,
bro.
but
They're getting old,
his whole
man.
life.
Like that makes sense.
yeah,
Hugh Jackman was a
true.
Broadway actor. That's why he feel that way.
yeah.
I mean, at the same time,
plus he said he don't want to keep his body in that shape no more.
yeah, because look, if you think of Hugh Jackman when he first started, that boy was skinny. He was skinny, and then he started getting into these bigger roles where he had to pick up weight. And like, who wants to do that? You know, he wants to go and sit there and be like Vin Diesel when he's not filming and be fat with a stomach like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't understand why you got all that money. I would want to do the same thing, no matter what I look like.
He
I
ain't
got
trying
billions.
to say that top physical condition.
You gotta wake up
for the
every
rest
day,
of, you know
do
what I'm
the
saying?
same thing.
What the same routine? Like there's no telling what his routine is. He probably wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, does a workout, does some other stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Because they the Kane dude, his routine. I saw a video on Facebook. Like his daily routine, that man does a lot in a day, bro. Like he starts his days. The dude that's playing Kane. He starts his days off at like 5 o'clock every morning, bro. And he just goes through like his whole routine, but he still does a lot in a day. And it's like he does 3 different workouts too. And I'm like, bro, y'all is
Dwayne Johnson does the same thing, man. He be
that man works out 6 times a day, bro. I mean 6 times.
I love that shit though. He ain't never gonna stop doing it.
He literally works 6 times.
Eventually he gonna have to stop.
Yeah, you ain't gonna doing that at 50 years.
He does 2 a day.
Like
he is about 59, ain't he?
No, I'm about to say
you'd
be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised that because there's a lot of old people in that they be in the gym even now. Like when I go to the gym here, there be a lot of old people in there that's fit, like looking good, bro. And they old, like 60.
49 years old.
Yeah, The Rock is 49. Yeah, he almost 50.
Oh shit, bro.
So, that's a slap to your face. Because that man is almost 50 doing everything he's doing.
My bad, Rock. Do your thing, brother. But yeah,
Vin Diesel's 54.
Let's get ready to wrap this conversation up, fellas. Y'all want to get into the Steam Deck, or we want to leave that for another conversation?
We can talk about it. We can end it off with the Steam Deck.
With the Steam Deck. So, all right, the Steam Deck and the new Switch. I think they're supposed to drop around the same time. First of all, how y'all feel about that new Switch? It's supposed to be coming out. That shit is
pointless.
Pointless to me, but
I'm gonna get it because I don't got one.
Yeah. I mean, if I didn't have one, I would get it too. But since I already have a Switch, I'm not gonna take my Switch and trade it for that one. Nah, I'm not doing that.
I wouldn't either.
So the Steam Deck, what y'all think?
I think the Steam Deck has more potential than that Switch.
I'm getting it as a PC gamer. The more and more I look at it, I think it's made for PC gamers
Okay.
because it's like, yeah, I'm
That's-
definitely gonna get it.
I'm gonna
Not,
get it
not when it
too.
first come out, but I'm gonna get it eventually.
I'll probably get one.
I'll definitely get it just because like I don't have a PC right now anyway, and it's for it to be handheld and for you to be able to connect it to a monitor. You can erase everything off of it, put your own programming on there. Like you really can't beat that, and it's the same price pretty much as the Switch.
Yeah, 400.
Might as well
Not
go
it's
for
a
it.
little bit more than a Switch.
Yeah, a little bit more, but you do way more with it.
I'm about to say you can do more though.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Well, eventually I'm gonna get my own PC, but that's a nice little handheld system, honestly, for a good price.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
well, y'all got anything else for us, fellas, or wrap this up?
I think that's a good little time to end it, y'all. So again, we are AAG, and this has been another AAG podcast. We hope that y'all enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, sub, turn on that post notification so that y'all will be alerted when the next video drops. And as always, we are AAG, always achieve greatness. That's what we do. Peace.
Peace.